recording. Right, so this is what we're going to try and do. We're going to put a rattle into this lure. I do a line across there that should follow the wire. Basically I can't go anywhere above that because I'll actually cut into the wire. So I'll probably put the rattle about here. And it's probably the best option. So what I'll just go to the drill press and I'll work out how we're going to do this. Right. What's that? Right, so I'm going to use a 3.5mm drill bit. Just drill a pilot hole in there, just so I can work out where I'm up to and where it's going to go in. Let's see how we go. Oh, I don't. Pilot hole there that runs all the way through, and that's where basically where our rattle's going to sit. Right, next thing what I'm doing is I've got an 8mm, and that's what I'm going to use to, that's where the rattle's going to be sitting. So I'll drill that, I'll just get this lined up. So there. The rattle's going to go. It's pretty good. I'll just charge my battery up a bit, won't be a sec. Okay, I've got my battery charged, so I'm just going to reset this in slightly more to get this right. Here in a little bit. Yep. Now what I want to do is make that hole in there just slightly bigger. So I had a 3.5, so about 5. So I'm going to go to 5mm. So I'll just make that hole just a little bit longer so the biggest of the bearing runs through. Okay, I've swapped that drill bit out for a 5, so I'm just going to drill that through. That's all done. So there it is, that hole's slightly bigger, so that makes it so much easier for the little bearing to run through it. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of little aluminum things to go so that the bearing bangs against it to make the sound. So these are off the top of my beer cans. So basically what I'm going to do is grab an 8mm punch, which is, and there's 8mm. See that 8mm there? So what I'll do is I'll give it this bang on here. That'll give me one. I'll do one on this one here as well. Another 8mm one there. There that is. So that's that one. I'll just finish this one off properly. Right, so that's both of those done. Just have to get them out of there, so it won't take a sec. Right, so I'm just going to get these out, so I'll just push those out through there. There we go. So basically one of these goes on each side, so because it's an 8mm hole it should fit into there nicely. What I'll do is I'll glue that in. And basically these little shot pellets, which I've got a couple in here, I'll put a couple of those inside the hole and it'll bang against that. Okay, so I'll just have to get some glue set up. So what I'm going to do is use a 2-pot epoxy. So I'll just turn this around a bit so you can see what I'm doing. So we're there. I'm going to go this side a bit, I think. So there. Yep, see that? Just get this lined up a bit for you. There we go. That's where I'm going to mix the glue. Right, so I'm using this stuff here, and then I have to use a hardener, which is this little container here. So it's 2-pot epoxy. Grab this bit here, chuck that on here, just like that. this is a 1 to 2 part, so 1 to 2 with part B. Grab part B, get a bit of that stuff there. Get a little bit of a mix up now, this has to be mixed up quite well. And that's basically what we've got to do. This takes 24 hours to harden really hard, but it's actually just like doing a really hard wood when you sand. So I've already got my little tab there, so you can see that tab there. I can't have a look on this camera. Yep, a little bit there, just to pull that in. And then what I'll do is I'll put a couple of these little suckers here in the hole. Let's do 2 of those. I'll grab a couple of these. They will go into hole on this, so 1, 2. Then what I'll do is I'll grab that other little tab that I cut, and then that will sit inside there, just nicely. See that there? So it sits in there. Then what we do is we grab a bit of glue. So the glue here, we've got where we're going in here. Where'd that thing go? I can't see it there. So the glue's going to go on top of that. Oops, just popped out a bit, but that'll be sweet. And then once that hardens, a little bit of a rattle. So we can wait till tomorrow, and then I'll sand that. And so the next thing I'll be doing is I'll be sanding this, and we'll put the old, I'll show you how to make a bib, and we'll put the bib into this lure. And then hopefully after that it'll be ready for painting. So we've got the rattle in, we've done the wire, and this is all ready to sand as well, but we'll leave it until we sand this part. And then we'll have to weight it as well, so put the bib in and weight it, that's the next part. Okay, thank you. Right, a little bit easier to hold it, so you can see we've glued that side. I've glued this other side, and we'll just be waiting. So go through the process. We've just banged out a couple of little bungs out of these. These are just little tabs off my beer bottles, and just a little bit of aluminium. I've used some of these things here. You get them from a sport shop. They're just a little bit of buckshot, and that's what I've got inside to form the rattle. So we just have to wait for that to harden, and then tomorrow I'll come back and we'll actually sand that off, put the weights, and we'll do the bib first, and then let that glue dry on that, and then we'll do the old weights so it sits right in the water and it swims properly. Catch you later.